This is Cliff. I'm in beautiful Tennessee at an outdoor cafe where there's a church. People are just running around having fun. It's cold. It's surreal. In Tennessee after spending 18 months in Papua New Guinea. And the question is, how did we get here? So I made a little video so you could experience really how amazing Amaris and the kids have been, but really about how amazing God is. We don't understand it, but we know God, and we know He's in it and He's doing something. So as you're watching, please pray. Listen, if God's telling you something, we'd like to hear it, because we don't know why all this happened, other than I'm an old guy. So, and Papua New Guinea is hard. So that's all we know. But I hope you'll, at the end of this video, you will be getting a lot of glory to Jesus. The ministry at YWAM Madang was super healthy. We had visiting teams, our staff were growing, our kids were comfortable with their daily life in Madang in Papua New Guinea. Our staff and visiting DTS teams were working together really well on the warehouse, on outreach throughout the whole region. Our visiting Bible Core Course team from YWAM Salem was handing out Bibles, teaching inductive method, and even baptizing their students. I was loving it, but then something went wrong. I got sick on a Friday, super tired, nauseated, with a constant headache. The headache continued through Saturday. I stayed in bed all day. Then my teeth started to hurting, of all things. My nose was running continuously. Then on Sunday, the third day, I was still in bed. My wrists were hurting. So I thought, hey, maybe it's malaria. I took a pill. Headache started to go away. Monday, I hoped to go back to work. So I was laying on the ground, putting Johnny to sleep on Monday. Something started to happen. I started shaking uncontrollably. Then I remembered. When I was in Australia, I got cellulitis in my leg. That's exactly what happened to me. I got totally chilled, shaking absolutely uncontrollably. We were scared to death. I told Amaris, we called for help. We could find no one. So we decided, hey, let's go to Modelon, see if they can help us out. That's our local hospital. Our whole staff was with us. While I was waiting there were 35 people waiting. I started throwing up. Then we knew it was serious, so we started calling our friends in missionary aviation. Turns out, right at that moment, New Tribes had a plane heading up to Ukarumpa, where Summer Institute of Linguistics, or SIL, has a clinic. It's one of the best clinics. And they were leaving in 30 minutes. So we looked at each other and decided, we're going to the airport. So the whole team arrived at the airport, and lo and behold, New Tribes had an airplane there. They brought me over, asked if the guys would take me, and they took one look and said, get on board. The pilots took me and another missionary family up over the mountains to a town called Ukarumpa at about 5,000 feet elevation, and dropped me off to head to their clinic. Now, these SIL guys are taking care of me even though I'm not on staff with them. They take me to the clinic there in Ukarumpa and start doing the checks, and within 2 hours, I went from bad to worse. Up to that point, I just felt like a zombie. I don't remember having a temperature or anything. Just feeling just dead. And turns out I almost was dead. Medical team stabilized me overnight, but decided that whatever it was that I had, it was so bad, I was going to need to be evacuated or medevaced out to Australia, and they happened to have an airplane. I was only missing two things, my passport and my family.
Some place that I do not know about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the pilots flew my family on our most expensive taxi ride ever, all the way to the southern part of Papua New Guinea to the capital called Port Moresby. But it wasn't an uneventful flight. Check out what happened. Storm going over the mountains to Port Moresby, and it was insane. We were spinning, turning, it felt like going in circles, up and down, but the pilots were amazing, totally relaxed. They pulled up above the clouds, and we all laughed like crazy people. Though I was warned not to stay in Papua New Guinea, but to go to Australia, this hospital did a great job, so I stayed. I was in the hospital for a total of 5 days until I was released, but while I was there, my family was being cared for by YWAM Townsville at their base that we call the Jetty.
I think if you're not going to open it, you have to do it.
Hey, babe. Hi, babe.
This sound is death walk.
Hey, kiddo.
Hi, babe.
I love it.
Welcome back.
Hey, Daddy, you sound a death walk.
We are blessed that we love to fly. And we were also blessed that while we were in LA, Uncle Bobby and Aunt Tammy came and got us and took good care of us. So that's how we ended up in Nolensville, Tennessee. In an amazing piece of timing, Amris's parents had just finished building a brand new house with an upstairs floor that we could use as a family. So we are missing our life and our ministry back in Papua New Guinea. But God brought us here, and we are enjoying Middle America, time in the forest, time with the family, and we're healing up. But pray for us, because we're not done yet.